On the subway, a man came up to me and said, "Are you aware someone's following you? Is this supposed to be some sort of joke?" I pulled out my earbuds and stared at him. He was wearing a gray hoodie and had kind eyes behind thick glasses. He glanced over my shoulder, then back at me. "Don't react and stay still. I'll describe the person to you." My heart started racing, but I kept my face neutral. The subway car was half full with the usual mix of commuters. Construction workers with dusty boots, students with heavy backpacks. Nothing seemed out of place, but this guy's urgency made me believe him. "The person following you is a man with a really long pinky nail. Just one long pinky nail." He pretended to check his phone while talking. I tried to think who that could be. A long pinky nail was such a weird detail. Some people grew them out for guitar playing or other reasons, but I didn't know anyone like that. The train rocked back and forth as we pulled into 14th Street. A few people got off, but most stayed seated. The man continued describing my stalker. "He's a white guy with really long hair. Been watching you since at least 42nd Street. Long hair and a weird pinky nail." My mind raced through everyone I knew. Then a cold feeling washed over me. I only knew one person who fit that description, but it couldn't be him. I hadn't seen my dad in years. Not since he'd left when I was 15. Not since the divorce that tore our family apart. "What's he doing now?" I whispered. "He's licking his lips, moving closer through the crowd. We should start walking up the cars." The man stood up casually like he was just stretching. I followed his lead and we moved toward the front of the train. My legs felt shaky as we passed through the connecting doors between cars. The loud clacking of the tracks made it hard to hear if anyone was following. I wanted to look back but forced myself to keep facing forward. We entered the next car and kept moving, past a mariachi band setting up their instruments, around a woman with a stroller blocking the aisle. The man stayed close enough that I could smell his cologne, something woody and expensive that didn't match his casual clothes. "Trust me, I know a way to lose him at the next stop." He checked the subway map above the seats. Union Square was coming up, one of the busiest stations with multiple exits and connecting trains. If we were going to lose someone, that would be the place to do it. My hands were sweating as I gripped the pole for balance. Who was following me and why was this stranger helping? The train started slowing down. The brakes squealed and people began gathering by the doors. The man moved us into position near the middle doors, close enough to exit quickly but not so obvious that we looked ready to run. "When these doors open, we move fast. Stay right behind me." His voice was calm but firm. The doors slid open and we pushed through the crowd onto the platform. The station was packed with evening commuters. We weaved between people heading in every direction, up the stairs taking two at a time, through the turnstiles and onto the street where the cold November air hit my face. That's when I saw him. 20 feet behind us was a man matching the exact description. Long, greasy hair down to his shoulders, worn leather jacket, and even from this distance I could see that distinctive long pinky nail. It was my father, but different. Older and rougher looking than I remembered. The helpful stranger grabbed my arm and pulled me toward a taxi idling at the curb. We dove into the back seat and slammed the door. The cabbie looked annoyed until the man threw a 20 at him and told him to drive. We pulled away from the curb just as my dad reached the sidewalk. I was breathing hard and my heart wouldn't slow down. The stranger was laughing with relief. We'd made it. We'd actually lost him. Or at least I thought we did. The taxi merged into traffic heading south on Broadway. "Thank you." I don't know what he wanted, but I started to say. The stranger just smiled and patted my shoulder. "Happy to help. Nobody should have to deal with a stalker alone, especially a woman." Then the front passenger door opened. My blood froze as my father slid into the seat like he'd been expecting this. He turned around with that same creepy smile I remembered from